Important video. The guy behind the camera, Dylan, my son, he said, Dad, you have to check these earphones that everybody's wearing, right? The wireless earphones, everyone's wearing them, not just kids today, but adults as well. And here's one of my son's good friends who I saw these in your ears all the time.
Yep.
All right, now, before this test that we're going to do, I'm sure, Vlad, you've heard us say, those things are bad for you. My kids probably told you that, but you're still wearing them.
Yeah.
Okay, but after seeing what we're going to show them, changed your mind, right?
Yeah.
All right, hopefully it changes yours as well.
Completely.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, things for me have to be, you know, you hear a lot of things on the internet, and so much of it's crap, I always say that. But, you know, when you have an objective finding where you can actually look at something and get a reading and see the difference, it convinces me. And it definitely convinced him, and hopefully it does make an impact on you. Look, EMF is not something new. Everyone's talking about electromagnetic frequencies. I'm sure I'll be doing shows on the 5G. I think they launched the rocket in the air, the Falcon 9, delivering the first satellites in space, bringing 5G. I'll bring you some truth to that because there's a lot of controversy over that. But the fact is what are we being exposed to now? One thing we know about electromagnetic frequency is distance is the killer. Meaning, I can put a phone here, and yes, it's putting out electromagnetic frequency, but it's when it comes here is when we know we get cellular damage, and the damage is, you know, bad for the brain, and it causes problems. So distance is everything. Many people are using these thinking, okay, my phone is further away, but obviously it's you know, giving a signal from your phone that's being picked up by the wireless headset, and that in fact is the problem with the EMF. But again, we have to show it to you. So let's just get right at it. Okay, so I'm looking at these readings right now, and Dylan, let's just show point. Okay, so hold on. His phone came near me. You can't do that because literally it picked up his phone. I was okay, back here now. He went away. I'm 0.03. You can't see that? 0.02, which is a very safe level. As Dylan came up to me, actually, it went to 0.1, 0.3. Okay, so you can see it rose up. 0.3. Now, if Dylan got a phone call or a text, you would see that rise up even more. Cellular damage starts at 0.5. That's not my opinion. That's the science. And so we know when you get a text or when you're connecting to a tower and it surges up, that's the problem above 0.5. Okay, so let's do the study, Vlad. Let's connect your music to that.
Connected, we're playing.
Okay, you're playing. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this in to here. 1.9, 1.7, 2.3, 2.9, 3.4, 3.8, 4.6, 4. You see what's happening here. 0.5 is the damage point of DNA in cells, and yet he's far beyond that point. And again, I'm picking that up in between his phone, and especially right here, it's at the highest, right at the, look at that, 15, 17, 20, it's surging even higher right now. I mean, that's amazing numbers right there as far as when you understand what that's doing to his cells and his brain. Okay, now, let's for fun, let's compare wire. Let's do the old-fashioned stuff. Go ahead and wire in. Turn off Bluetooth. Now, look, I'm back here. I just lost it. I was back to 0.03, very safe level. And by the way, I use this device to find out what my home is, right? You want your home. I like to keep my home at 0.03 maximum. So I like to keep my home well. But by the way, when I sleep, I like this thing 0.0000. I put it right by my bed. I want zeros. You may have to turn off your Wi-Fi to get it at zeros, probably. Fortunately, my bedroom's all the way over there. So with the Wi-Fi on, I'm like 0.03, still safe level. When I turn it off, I actually hit zeros. And also, I'll show you another little trick about dirty electricity on how to lower your house levels. And this meter, by the way, it's called a TES 593. TES 593. Joyfay.com. You can get this. This is about $500. You can get them for, I think, around $300 on Joyfay, maybe even $250. So a lot cheaper there. So that's how you pick up a meter like this. Okay, let's take a measure of this now. Same song, 0.03, 0.0, Dylan came close with his phone, 0.1, 0.2, still under 0.5, still hearing the same music.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Enough evidence for you. Yeah, exactly. So share this with your kids. First and foremost, share it with your friends and family. People need to know the numbers are real. You know, again, I didn't make up 0.5. That's kind of where they see DNA damage in cells. And again, distance is everything, but also time. The more time you have that frequency going into your brain and your cells, the more damage. Thanks, Vlad, man. Appreciate that. So thank you for destroying your brain there for about 30 seconds. Should I get a waiver on that? I'm going to show you another little trick, man. So dirty electricity is something else you can measure. You don't measure it with this device because this device is measuring radio frequency. By the way, baby monitors, huge problem. So you want wired baby monitors too. But dirty electricity, I have another device that I'll have to show you. I'll do another video on it. But what happens is the wires carry what we call dirty electricity. This little green wave, and you can go to greenwave.com, and this fixes the problem. So I have a device, it's a $50 device that I plug in here, and I can show a certain amount of dirty electricity. And you want to be under a certain number. And then we can plug these in. And typically you need one per room, that's it. And these are about $25, $35, depending on if they're having a sale or the website. But one per room, and you knock down that dirty electricity, which again is a known cancer causer. It's very damaging. First place you check is your bedroom and where you're spending most of your time. But a cheap solution to a big source of bad frequency and electromagnetic frequencies that cause damage. So this one, radio frequency, that one, dirty electricity. Something so simple to make your safe home. And again, can your body handle a certain amount of it? Absolutely. But we're being bombarded today, and wait till 5G comes. But right now, we got to make our homes safe, and you can do it with very little cost. However, you need to test. And by the way, to get your kids to stop putting those things in your ear, yeah, it's worth it. Because when they see the numbers and you can show them some of the research and the fact that they're putting that into their brain, I think it's a lesson. Listen, another simple thing, when you're on your phone, you never see my phone to my ear. I always use speakerphone. You never see it on my body unless it's on airplane mode. I put it over here, I put it over there. That's why I always forget my darn phone, because I never have it on me. I will not put it in my pocket. Text comes in, it's connecting to those satellites. You're pulling that frequency and you have it here. Yep, you're creating cell damage here, which obviously could lead to breast cancer. Here, ovaries, prostate, you name it. Here, it's still affecting your prostate. You don't want it on you. Put it on airplane mode. So some quick tips you can do right away to change the stress on your cells, and today it's more important than ever. So share the video, put your comments on there, and most importantly, make your kids watch the video. So hope this helps. I'll see you on the next video, and I'll give you a Daniel update later this week.